Good morning, students. As you know, everyone, my name is Shravan Kumar. I'm going to teach you subject maths, class 10. Now I'm going to explain you 11th chapter trigonometry. So, right? So, in the last class we completed the first chapter, real number. Now I'm going to start new chapter. What is the trigonometry? See here is I written one thing here is observe it. Trigonometry. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics. It is a branch of mathematics in which we study of relationship between means the sides and angles. We study the relationship between sides and angles of a triangle. That is called as trigonometry. Especially morely we will discuss about the right angle triangle on the trigonometry. Yeah, one more topic, trigonometric ratios of angle. The ratio of sides of a right angle. See, so right angle triangle. Right angle with respect to acute angles. In right angle triangle, 190 degrees it will be. Remaining two angles are acute angles only. So acute angles are called trigonometric ratios of the angle. So here now, naming the sides in right angle triangle. Here we are talking about the right angle or not. So let's talk about the right angle triangle. See here the topic is naming the sides in a right angle. It's mostly we will learn about right angle triangle only, right? Triangle. See the right triangle. See, observe it. Let me take one right angle triangle. See, this is the imagine it is the right angle triangle. Why? Because the right angle triangle it makes 190 degrees. It is the B, and here I am taking C, and here is the A, and here is the theta I am taking it. See, here is that really you need to observe that. Here is angle A is acute angle because this is the 90 degrees. Here is the 90 degrees. Here the less than 90. Here also less than 90. So therefore, the two angles are called acute angles. Right or not? If you consider in triangle, you are considering in triangle ABC. Is the ABC or not? ABC. See CAB, angle CAB. CAB, this is acute angle. We call it as a CAB as A. Where A is an acute angle. A is an acute angle. A is an acute angle. Right? Then since here is that AC is there, right? This is the longest side. Opposite to 90 degrees. This is the 90 degrees, right? For this opposite. For 90 degrees opposite is called as hypotenuse. Here I took the angle here. See, this is the theta, right? For theta, this is opposite, right? For theta, this is opposite. This opposite side is called as opposite side of angle A. So let's write. Then this is hypotenuse side volume. Hypotenuse. And for theta, angle A, opposite. This is the right? Opposite and opposite side the angle A. For angle A only, opposite side the angle A. Opposite side of angle A of apple. Then what about this? This is adjacent side of angle A. This is called as adjacent side of angle A. This is a very important. That's why naming the sides in right angle triangle. Let's get it clear. AC. AC is called as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Then what about that BC? BC I told you clearly. Opposite side of angle A. Then what about that AB? AB is equals to adjacent side of angle A. Adjacent side of angle A. This is the very important. I am telling you again. This is a 90 degrees side. For 90 degrees opposite side. For 90 degrees opposite side is called as longest side. That is called as hypotenuse. Here I represent theta here, right? For theta opposite side. For theta opposite side. This is ABC. Opposite side of angle A. For angle A, this is opposite. That's right. This is AB, adjacent side of angle A, adjacent side of angle A. So this is the meaning of it. You understood, I think so. I said clearly what is the meaning of what is the hypotenuse, what is the adjacent, what is opposite. See here is in page number 275. Do this is given. Page number 275. Do this. So what is the do this? Let me read the question. Identify hypotenuse, comma, opposite side, and adjacent side for the given angles in the given triangles. So I would like to tell you that first one, I would like to tell you second one. First one will be the homework. First one, what is the first one? For angle X. Second one, for angle Y. This is the diagram is given. Try to understand the diagram clearly. Here is the X and here is the capital Y and this is the symbol 90 degrees. What is the question? We need to find out for first one. Let me write the first solution. It's a very important solution for first one. For angle X, we write separately. You can understand clearly. See, for angle X, let me draw the simple diagram. You can understand it. Then only it will be easy to you. It is the Z. It is the X. It is the Y. He said for angle X, he said for angle X is a X. For X, we need to find out hypotenuse. See, observe it. This indicates 90. So here you will write is hypotenuse. For 90, opposite side is hypotenuse, right? For X, opposite. For X is the right. This is opposite is there. So opposite side of angle X. The remaining is what? This is xy is completed, yz is completed. Remaining is called as adjacent. Call it adjacent side of angle x. Here I will clear. xy is hypotenuse. Then zy or yz, you call it as a opposite side of angle x. Then what are left is xz, adjacent side of angle y. Sorry, angle x only. Here is the x only. This is the first one answer. Then I would like to tell you second one answer, right? So here is triangle. Now second one, triangle y. So same diagram we need to take. Right? This is the 90 degrees. Here is the x. Here is the y. And this is the z. For angle y is clear. For angle y opposite side. This is the opposite. Zx is the opposite side. Simple, I am writing opposite. This is a 90 degrees right. 90 degrees opposite is what? Hypotenuse. Longest side. Hypotenuse. Then this is called as adjacent. But shortcut I will write here the answer clearly. What is the answer I will write? Here is, let me write xy is hypotenuse. Then xz, what is the xz? Opposite side of angle y. Then next what are left? Z, y, z. Adjacent side of angle y. This is the answer. So it's a clear. So concentrate on that problem. The next one, defining trigonometric ratios. The next topic is defining trigonometric ratios. Define ratios in right angle triangle only we can, trigonometric ratios we can write. Here is simple. Let's take one right angle triangle. When you will tell the right angle triangle, one of the angles should be 90 degrees. So let me take here the B, here is the A, here is the C. The angle I am taking it A. So here is we are defining trigonometric ratios, right? Here trigonometric ratios are called sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. So let me define sine of angle A. You can call it as is equals to sine A. So sine A is called length of side Length of the side opposite to angle A. Length of the side opposite to angle A by length of hypotenuse. See this? So very clearly you concentrate on the diagram. What is the side? Length of opposite side to angle A. For angle A opposite, this is only, right? This is a simple I am writing first, opposite. Simple shortcut I am writing, it is opposite. 90 degrees. It is opposite is there. This is called as hypotenuse. This is called as shortcut I am writing. You imagine it is the only shortcut, but I am writing here clearly. Length of the side opposite to angle A. For angle A opposite is what? BC. That's why I am writing here is the BC by length of hypotenuse. What is the hypotenuse? Is AC or CA you can write. This is called as sine of angle A, sine A. Next one, cosine of angle A is equals to cos A. Cos means the length of adjacent side, the length of this side adjacent to angle A. Length of the side adjacent to angle A. Here angle A only we are taking. Why? Because here is angle A. Length of hypotenuse. See, I told you this is adjacent, right? AB. So length of side adjacent to angle A is, you can write AB by CA, the length of hypotenuse. The next one, tangent. Nothing but tangent of angle A is equals to tan A is equals to the length of the side opposite to angle A, length of the side opposite to angle A by length of the side adjacent to angle A. What is the length of opposite? The length of the side opposite to angle A is BC by the length of side adjacent to angle A is AB. So these three again we need to write that. So reciprocal, tan reciprocal is chord. Tan reciprocal is chord, you need to write now. Next one is chord. Here is chord A. How you write the chord A? Reciprocal I said, right? The reciprocal is nothing but length of the side, adjacent to angle A by the length of the side opposite to angle A only. Means what you will write? Reciprocal. AB by BC. The next one you will write sec. Second of angle A. Sec. What you will write is this is the sec is the reciprocal of cosine. So reciprocal of cosine. What you will write? Length of hypotenuse. Length of hypotenuse by the length of the side adjacent to angle A is equals to hypotenuse is CA by AB. The next cosecant A. Sim. Reciprocal of cosine. Length of hypotenuse. Length of hypotenuse by length of the side opposite to angle A is equals to what you will write? CA by BC. CA by BC. See, these are the very important defining trigonometric ratios. See, I will show you clearly everything. These are first I written cot, sec, cosecant. See, defining the trigonometric ratios. I drawn one right angle triangle. I written clearly everything. Sine of angle A, sine A is equals to length of the side opposite angle to A by length of the hypotenuse. Cosine of angle A is equals to cos A, length of the side adjacent to angle A by length of hypotenuse, that is equals to AB by CA. Tangent of angle A is equals to tan A, length of the side opposite to angle A by length of the side adjacent to angle A is equals to BC by AB. Then these are all reciprocals. Cot is a reciprocal of tan. So length of side adjacent to angle A by length of the side opposite to angle A. Sec is the reciprocal of cosine. The length of hypotenuse by the length of side adjacent to angle A. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Then length of hypotenuse by length of side opposite to angle A. This is the defining the trigonometric ratios. Page number 278. Do this. I am explaining you. What is the do this? I am reading first question is that. Find sin C. Second one cos C. And third one tan C. In the adjacent triangle. Here it is given clearly the adjacent triangle. What is the adjacent triangle? Adjacent is given, but okay, let me write adjacent only. This is given. Here is the B, it's a A, it's a C. Here is given that 5 centimeters. Here is given 13 centimeters. This is the question is given. We need to find out the remaining odd. See, observe the question clearly. Find sin C, cos C, tan C, in the adjacent figure. It's a right angle triangle, right? Have you observed in the question clearly? It was mentioned clearly. C. Then this is the angle. Right? So the solution I am going to explain you. Let me write the right angle triangle. Let me draw that again. Right? So B, and here is the A, and here is the C. And here is given 5 centimeters, here is the 13 centimeters. See, first we need to find out which is opposite, which is adjacent, which is the hypotenuse. See, here is the C, right? This angle C. For angle C, AB is the opposite side of angle C. Opposite side of angle C. Then what about this one? Adjacent side of angle C. Then this is hypotenuse. Right? So I written clearly everything. Then you can find out easily. See, but here is the, observe, this is the 5 is given, 13 is given, but we don't know opposite. We need to find out the opposite. So we have to take from Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse whole square is equals to side square plus side square. What is the hypotenuse? Is 13 centimeter whole square is equals to one of the side, any one. So 5. One is the 5 centimeter whole square. We don't know another one. That is, another one is we are taking as a AB or BA whole square. What's the 13 is 169 centimeter square is equals to 5 25 centimeter square plus AB square. Right? The next year, so this I am transporting 169 centimeter square minus 25 centimeter square is equal. I transported, then AB square. So subtracting 9 minus 5 4, 6 minus 2 4, 1 centimeter square is equals to AB square. It is a perfect square. This you can write it as a 12 centimeter whole square is equals to AB square. Square get cancelled. So 12 centimeter is equals to AB. Nothing but opposite only. This is right. Right? This is the opposite. We got everything now. In the diagram, observe it. It is 12 centimeters. Right? This is the opposite. This is the adjacent, opposite, hypotenuse. So what we need to find out? First one, sine C. First one, sine C. What is the sine C formula? The length of the side, opposite to angle C by hypotenuse. What is the length of opposite to angle C? Is 12 centimeters by hypotenuse is 13 centimeters. So 12 by 13. Then what about the second one? Is cos C. So cos C is nothing but the length of the adjacent side adjacent to angle C by hypotenuse. Adjacent is we got 5 centimeters by 13 centimeters. So you can write 5 by 13. The last one, what is the last one? Tan C. Tan is the length of hypotenuse by, the length of the side opposite to angle C by length of the side adjacent to angle C. So what you will write here is length of opposite 12 centimeters by adjacent is 5 centimeters. So 12 by 5. So the homework is you do this page number 278. Do this is the homework to you. Thank you, my dear students.
Good morning, children. Good morning, everybody. So, we are going to discuss the remaining part, that is the world during the world wars. The world during the world wars. And in the previous class, I told you about the Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution was happening in 1917. You should know that. You should keep in your mind. That Russian Revolution was happening in 1917. I told you about the Lenin in the previous class. Why? Because he told that I'll do nationalization of lands, nationalization of factories. I'll take all the lands to the government. I'll take all the factories in the government. So everybody believed. So everybody joined in the Bolshevik party, that is Labour Party. And he got a victory. After getting the victory, the Lenin has occupied all the lands and occupied all the factories and made it as a nationalization government. All are equal, everything, and he developed. And I told you, after death of the Lenin, the rise of Stalin also started ruling same. I told you in the previous class. And here you see, he has developed not only that, 5-year plan. I told you, he has established the 5-year plan, and the 5-year plan only 2, that is industries, developing the industrialization, and about the agriculture. He gave importance for agriculture and industries, and they developed a lot. That we have discussed in the previous class. And after the death of the Lenin, the Stalin has took that one, and what the principles was done by the Lenin, this Stalin also did that only. And Stalin became a president of Russia. He also developed a lot. He also developed more. For the old age homes he has established, hospitals he has established, colleges, universities, everything he has developed a lot. And that person also developed. And same Communist Party only. And you should know that Socialist and Communist both are same. Socialist Party and the Communist Party both are same. That is to keep in your mind. And that we have discussed in the previous class. And the next we are going to discuss about the economic depression. And listen here now, what is economic depression? This economic depression was started in 1929 to 1999. Listen here, economic depression means what? Depression means, don't think that depression. Depression means decline of economy. Decline of economy means the money was degraded. And you see depression, what happened? Economic depression means, you see here what happened? Economy was declined. actually the money was not there. Economical decline. I am going to tell you what is that. So 1929 means you see from 1929 it was started means after the Second World War. So you see the Second World War. You see after the First World War. After the First World War has completed, and after the First World War has completed, and the economic depression was started, and there in the Russia, in other countries, all the countries, they are suffering by the economical problems. In their government, they are not having money. They are not having money, and not having money to give the salaries to the people. Like that, problems were happened, and when it was the Second World War, and in the Second World War at that time, and you see, you know that First World War was completed in 1918, and Second World War is started at that time, and in that time only what happened, the economical depression was happened. What has happened? You see, there no money. I'll tell you, with the government, they are not having money. So if they are not having money, they did not pay the salaries to the employees. They did not pay the salaries for the employees for months. For months, 6, 7 months, years it has happened. And 2, 3, 4 months it has happened, years it has happened. The government is not paying the money. They are not paying the money, so the employers, the people who are doing the salary, the people who are government employees, they are not having money and they are not purchasing the products in the market. You see, we are having money. Listen, if we have money only, we can purchase the goods in the market. We can purchase the goods in the market. So we are not having money, we can't purchase the goods in the market. And you see here what happened. Here purchasing has reduced. Purchasing has reduced means the persons who used to purchase the goods in the market, it has reduced. Nobody are purchasing. Why? Because people are not having money. People are not having money, and the economic cycle is not rotating properly. Economic cycle is not rotating properly. Why? Because reduce it happened. Unemployment problem was happened. Unemployment problem. Why? Because the government, how many months they will keep without giving the salaries? So what they did, they removed the employees from the government. They told that we can't do the salaries, so jobs were lost. The people removed from the jobs and no salaries to them. So like that, unemployment problem, economic depression you see, unemployment problem, no employment. And everywhere you see, in all the countries, will tell you, in America only 25% of unemployment problem was happened. In America is a developed country. America is such a developed country. There 25% of unemployment problem has happened. If you compare with all the countries in the Europe nation, in the Europe, 33% of unemployment. 33% of unemployment was happening in Europe nation. That is France, Germany, Italy, Hungary, Austria. These are all outcomes under the European nation. So 33% of the countries, in the 33% of unemployment was happening in that countries, employment problem. And another one you see, in the market, nobody are purchasing the goods like vegetables, like rice, wheat, bread, and some other dresses. That materials, what are there in the market? Nobody are purchasing. Why they are not purchasing? Because they are not having money. They are not having money, so they are not purchasing. The goods are like that only in the market, and the goods are like that only in the market. And the shop owners, what they did, the goods are not sold. So at least we should sell these goods. So what they did, they did a discount for the goods, 60%. They reduced the goods, means 60% of price was reduced. Now 100 rupees is their price, 100 rupees is their price per item. What they did, they reduced to 40 rupees. But even though they reduced to 60% of their prices, they reduced the 60% of the prices for the products. Products means like bread or dresses or wheat or anything, vegetables. They reduced also, nobody are purchasing the goods. Why? Because there is no money. So like that, everywhere problem. Peasants also, peasants means farmers also. They produce the goods and they brought it to the market. But the merchants are not purchasing, the traders are not purchasing the goods. Why? Because you see what happened, they are telling, what you give the, before that the goods are here only. So all the agriculture products are here only. So how I can purchase your goods? What you gave previously, that all are here only. So we can't take. So agriculture goods were not sold by the farmers and they became loss. The reason to see, lot of the agriculture farmers economically they were backward, they became, and industries also became loss. Why? Because the goods were not sold in the market. The goods were not sold in the market. Even they reduced to 60% also. So all the goods are here only, and industries manufactured goods also not sold in the market. So what happened? They also stopped with the manufacturing and they removed the employees in the industries. We are not doing work, no work. So what they did you see? They removed the employees in the industry. They removed the employees in the industry because no work. So like that the problem was happened. You see, agriculture farmers economically they became backward, declined. Industrial workers, employees, and self-employment. Some people who are working self-employment means some vegetable sellers or shopkeepers, some small shops. They will keep everybody, roadside vendors. Everybody has became down financially. Totally became countries became totally backward. And at that time, somebody should save these countries. Everywhere economical depression, no money, no circulation, economic circulation is not going on. Goods are not doing. Why goods are not doing? Because they are not having money. Why they are not having money? Because the salaries were not given by the government. And the goods are not moving. With this, what happened? The farmers became lost, industries became lost. Every section, everybody became lost. So at that time, Matrix, one person. Matrix has told, is a philosopher. He told that socialist person, he told that first we should remove the capitalism. If you remove the capitalism, what will happen? Some development will happen. The main reason is the capitalism. Because of capitalism only, this economic depression was happening. Means the economic crisis is happening. Economic crisis is happening because of capitalism. People only, he told. And what is a capitalist? Who are called as capitalist people? For whom we call it as capitalism? Means the owner of industry. The owner of industry is called capitalist. Listen. The owner of industry is called capitalist. We'll call as capitalist. So because of the capitalist only the problems are happening. But one economics person, James Keynes, he has described this person. He brought out from the economical depression. Some scholars, some philosophers, and James Keynes has told. First, he gave suggestion. James Keynes has told the suggestion that if you want to come outside from the depression, first we should do one. Government should invest the funds. Government should invest the funds means government should give the money. We should give the money for the people who are lost, who are not having money. First, we should invest the funds. So if you invest the funds and if you start the projects, government projects, constructions and everything, and invest the funds to the people, those who are needed. First we should give the funds for those who are needed. That we told. And another one, government should construct some projects. Then everybody will get employment, everybody will get the money, and the money circulation will happen, we told. And America also suggested. So like that, with this what happened? The government started that one. So invested the funds, they brought from other countries, America like that. And they invested the funds and they give the money for the people who are needed, and they give some government employees the salaries. So like that everybody got the money and they started purchasing the goods in the market. So goods are moving. So with the people who are shopkeepers, self-employment, they got the income. And agriculture people started selling the goods. Why? Because in the market the goods were completed. So like that for the farmers, reasons, they got rotation, the money was rotated for them. But because their goods was completed, the goods again they brought here. And industry people also started doing the production. They manufactured the goods and they started selling here. So like that industries also started running and the working class peoples also running. So like that the rotation was happened and they came out of the economic depression. So you should know that the economic depression was started in 1929 and was ended in So like that, because of that suggestion they came out from that this one. And another one you see, another one person is a president of, is a American president, Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt is a president of America. He did a New Deal policy. But policy he did, what is that? You see, you should know that. You will get it in the blank. Who introduced the New Deal policy? Who introduced the New Deal policy? New Deal policy. Franklin Roosevelt introduced a New Deal policy. New Deal policy. Deal policy. New Deal. New Deal means new idea. Policy as introduced. What is that? First of all, you should recover all the loans. Whatever the people has taken the money from the banks, first we should recover that. And we should invest the funds. You see, recover the funds from the people. That, and another one, we should establish the projects, new projects, so that they will get a work, so they will get income. And he invested the funds, and Roosevelt has invested the funds so that the rotation should be there. That he did, and we should increase the production in the industries, so that they will get a tax. Like that, this person started. And welfare is the state, helping the poor people, and we should generate the employment. You see, real policy. He generated the employment. More employment he generated. More people he gave the jobs. Employment he generated. Welfare he did. Some established hospitals and schools. That all. And production is increased. So like that, with this, in America also was developed. Like that, England, America, everybody came out of from the economical depression. So we should know that the economical depression, we should see, the economical depression was started in 1929 to 1939. Once again I tell you, what is economic depression? Economic depression means in the country they will not have money. If they are not having money, they can't pay the employees money. If these employees and other people are not having money, what happens? You see, nobody will purchase the goods in the market. If nobody purchases the goods, the stock will be there only. Agriculture person will bring the goods there, you will tell no. So their goods will not move. Industry person will bring here, will tell no. Why? Because the goods are there. So everybody's economy is stopped. Earning will be stopped. So like that, it is the economy. So now what happened? Government has invested some funds. They give the money for employees and everything, and the economical cycle was rotated and the rotation was started. That is about this one. Okay, that is about economic depression. And next I am going to tell you. Here you see, here what I am telling you, here economic depression. And next one you see economic depression. You see here economic depression. You see what happened in Germany. And you see here economic depression in Germany. What is happening? You see economic depression in Germany. And what? Economic depression in Germany. What happened? You see the crisis. Here also same crisis. So, but all the countries, they solve their problem. But what has happened? Here you see, in Germany, the new policy they started. What did we see? Economic depression. These people in Germany, the government has ordered to print the currency. They printed lot of the money and they distributed the money. Listen here now, what they did? The currency notes they printed. Now you see today, the money is not there means we should not print the money. So what happened? In Germany, there was economical depression. There was no money to give the employees and for the developments of projects. So what they did? The Germany started printing the currency. Printing the currency means money, notes, and they started distributing everybody. So what happened? More money they became. Everybody arriving more money. Everybody arriving more money. And what happened in Germany? To purchase one bread, to purchase some 2 pieces of bread, they should give, you see, they should give 1 gula cart of the money. That much it became. Why? Because everybody had lot of notes. Why? Because they printed the currency and they gave for everybody how much you want to take. But what happened? The money value has fallen down. The demand for the goods has increased. That's why for piece of bread, one piece of bread, they used to give bundles of the money. $1 you will get or £1 you will get the bread. But what happened? You see, that time what happened? Just I'm taking only bread only. You want to purchase a bread means, this much bundle of money, or you want a loaf of you want some bread means a bullock cart of that money you should give to them and you will take a bread. Like that has happened means inflation was happened. What is inflation? Inflation is nothing but, what is inflation means? Inflation is nothing but when the money value rises, the price value, you see what is inflation, when the, when the price value increases, when the goods price value increases, the money value will fall down. Inflation will happen. Why? Because the goods prices increase. Now I told you, to purchase one bread, he gave bullock cart of the money. Means when the price value increases, when the price value of product increases, what happened? The money value will fall down. That is called as inflation. Huge inflation was happening in this one. And you see what happened? 40% of the production industry was reduced, and everywhere no money, and everybody, the Germany people came out that they are willing to work. Came and they told that we are willing to work, any work, give the work to us. We want a bread. Like that was happened, and government employees was removed. Same economic depression. What is economic depression? Only government employees were removed. Peasants were affected a lot. Why? Because their goods are not moving in the market. Industries has a loss, and political instability. Political stability was happening. Instability means the government is going on quitting. So these many problems were happening. Why they gave particularly economic depression in Germany means they printed the notes. Because of printing the notes, what happened? The goods increased, the price of goods increased, the money value fall down. Huge inflation. With this, they removed the government employees, and the farmers were suffered. Everybody suffered. But at last, it was because of political changes and everything. What happened? The Germany came into the track, and they solved their economical crisis, and they have developed economically. They developed afterwards. That's the bullet one. Okay, I'm going to stop this one now, and